Hey everybody, sorry for the shitty quality. I've had a packed day. I've been preparing for the 100 subscriber episode, which I will start filming tomorrow. I said I was going to start filming today. Shit happens sometimes. You got to be flexible. But let me show you what I got here so far for that. And then I also have a lesson for you, something that I learned, and I'm really grateful that I learned. We have Melinda's Thai sweet chili sauce. It's 2 fire. It's 2 Tinder icons out of 5. So if you want Tinder icons, I assume that means how hot it is. It's like a flame, but this is 3. This is Melinda's habanero honey mustard pepper sauce and condiment. And then I have, well, I guess I thought this was, all right, well, I read this wrong. I thought this was like 4 hot sauces. So I guess I'm just going to assume, so I thought this was the same brand, but I guess I picked up the wrong one. This has 2 sauces, 2 Tinder icons. This has 3 Tinder icons. This is a different brand, so it doesn't have any. And then this is ghost pepper sauce that has 5 Tinder icons out of 5. It's 5 Tinder icons. So what I'm going to do, I put together a couple of suggestions from y'all. Thank you for the suggestions of what to do for my episode. I printed out facts on these. I'm just going to read one. So this is a very, very good one. The first iteration of my YouTube channel was called Chocolate Chip Cookie Joe, which is true. So these are just at least 100 facts about me that I printed out and cut. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with this one, and for the first 25, I'm going to take a teaspoon at least of this. For the big ones, I'll probably take more since they're more sauces than hot sauce, so I'll probably take maybe like 2 teaspoons or whatever. We'll figure it out. I'll take a couple of teaspoons of this, and then read one, and then take a couple more teaspoons, and then read another. And by the time I'm done, I will not have a mouth anymore. But I'm excited. So the first video is going to be the first 25 with this. Second video is going to be the second 25 with this. And then the third. And then the fourth, if I can handle it. I'll make it work. Worst case scenario, I'll have to do a few takes as I go to and from the hospital. My booty hole is going to be on fire the next day. So I'm excited for that. I'll probably film them all tomorrow if I can handle it. I might split it up because I might have to. But I'm excited, I'm nervous, I'm really grateful for the suggestions because there are a couple good suggestions. I didn't want to do one or the other because they're both good. So I'm like, let's just combine them. Now, for the lesson of today, the whole day I was feeling really, really irritable. I was feeling really shitty. And I was thinking it was because I had a couple dates recently that flaked. That kind of ghosted me, and I was like, that's probably it. So I was like doing some mental counseling as I was driving Uber passengers. I was doing some mental counseling, and I was thinking like, what is it? What's going on? Let me like, why am I so bitter? Like, is it really mean that I'm not lovable? Does it mean that there's no other dates for me? Like, I know objectively there have been times where I don't have any dates, and there have been times where I have a lot of dates, and it's somewhat random. So I know it's not me, and I was just doing this like kind of like working, like doing a little therapy session with myself throughout the whole day. And it was kind of helping, but it was the irritability was still there. And towards the evening, I was thinking like, is it like, what else changed in my life? Like, does it have to be this? Is this the cause? Because, I've been talking myself through this the whole day, and it's not really changing how I feel. So maybe it's not because of these girls that I'm feeling this way. So I was thinking, okay, whatever. Let me see this. Let me think about what else changed in my life. And last Saturday, my friend came into town for a photo shoot, and he helped me with my fitness. He got me on he's like, it doesn't really matter what you eat as long as it's the right amount of calories, the right amount of macros, and that it's the same every day, or at least close to the same every day. And I'm like, okay, because I need to get on a schedule, because that's why I'm not like getting some good gains at the gym and in my fat and muscle growth, fat loss, muscle growth. So he's like, okay, so I just copied him, and what he does is he eats this, Joseph's, it's mine, see, it has my name on it, Joseph's Lavash flatbread. It's like a Mediterranean flatbread thing. It's multi-grain. It's very low calorie for the size. It's like 100 calories per, which is actually pretty good for something like that, because like a burrito tortilla that's a little bit bigger is like 200 calories. So this is actually quite good. And it's not too much fat. It's all, it's good for you. So, not necessarily fat. Fat isn't necessarily bad, but it's really bad for like calories. It's a lot of calories. So I was like, well, I started that, and I started eating a lot of deli meat. And I know that in the past, I get very irritable and my digestive system gets super taxed when I have multigrain. And I don't have any grain in my diet. Like before this week, I was eating 0 grain, like no bread, like nothing. I just didn't have it in my diet because I didn't want it. I didn't need it. It's a lot of empty calories. It's not good for what I want to do with my life and my body. And also, I've reacted badly to certain grains in the past, and so I'm like, I just don't eat grains. I'll eat it if there's a cracker in front of me or I'm at a friend, like they made bread, I'll eat it and it'll be fine. But when it comes to like some of the more complicated grains, like this is like multi-grain. Like there's a lot of grains in here. There's like a bunch of there's kamut flour. I don't even know what the fuck that is. There's spelt triticale. 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 I don't know what the fuck that is. But apparently there's triticale flour in this. Maybe that's a type of wheat. I don't know. But there's so many different types of grains in this. And my body's freaking out. So I'm like, oh, this might be it. And so I went back to the store. Before, what I was eating last week was actually quite good. It was low calorie. It was lean. I was eating chicken. I was eating chicken. It's not the best chicken. I mean, that's like processed and shit. And it says no antibiotics, but it's mass factory farm. It's not the best chicken, but I was eating that, and I was eating veggies, and I was stir frying it up with some Thai curry sauce, and it was fucking great. It was just tasted so good, and I had that every day, and it was just perfect. I'm like, well, let me just get some more of that, which is why that's on the counter. It's defrosting, because that's from the freezer, and then I put it in the oven, and I toast it up a little bit, and then I have that all for the week. I prepare it all for the week. I put that in the oven, toast it up, and then I have a bunch of toasted, nice chicken to put in stir fry. And this is my little stir fry wok thing. And so I went ahead and got some supplies to get back to the diet that I was before, because I know that made me happy. And then I also reset myself by drinking kombucha. Kombucha resets my digestive system. It gives my gut some extra friends. That's what I call the probiotics. It's like, I imagine there's like a party going on in my gut, and sometimes the party kind of dies down, and my gut needs a few more buds to come in and be like, yo, what's up? Let's turn up in this bitch. Let's fucking like bring the nutrients and shit. And I got a couple billion more friends in my tummy, and also like the acid content is really good for digestion. Like that, the fact that it's acidic, it just makes it easier. It's kind of like just the digestive tonic in a way. I've heard kombucha be referred to as a digestive tonic. And so I drank a thing of kombucha, like a 16-ounce thing, and instantly, within like minutes, my irritability that had stayed with me through the whole day, fucking gone, like instantly gone. And so I'm tempted. I don't want to make a conclusion just yet, because like we'll see how I feel tomorrow. But I'm tempted to say I found the cause of my irritability, and it's probably just imbalance because my body's not used to. I honestly think it's the multigrain, because I started that just yesterday, and I also felt irritable and tired yesterday, and I felt more irritable and more tired today, and I also had more of it. So I'm tempted to say it's just the multigrain and not the deli meat. The deli meat, I don't think I'm reacting to. I think it's the multigrain, because I don't eat grains in my diet for this exact reason. But I like to be super scientific about things because, like, honestly, like, you don't know unless you're doing like an elimination. You're like, okay, let me just change one thing and then put it back and see, does it go away and come back? Well, then it's probably that thing, right? So unless you're super scientific about it, everything you say is just a guess. And so I like to be super scientific about it because I don't want to, like, create beliefs about what works and what doesn't work for me and for them to be wrong, especially if it's as important as my mood, especially if it's as important as regulating my irritability, because I can get pretty irritable. I don't like it. And I think the reason I get pretty irritable is because I was eating and drinking and doing a lot of things that weren't conducive to my health. And they were, like, it kind of got me out of balance. And it's just so nice to have this clarity and have this really real-time feedback of, like, hey, like, you feel shitty, you drink kombucha, you feel amazing. And all that therapy I was doing in my head earlier in the day about these situations that happened with these girls, it helped. I mean, it's good self-talk. It shows me that I'm on my side, but it didn't change the fact that I was irritable, which leads me to think that that's not the reason that I was irritable. If it was easily changed, it was probably a little extra stress, like the fact that I was irritable and then this happened around the same time meant that I was thinking about that because it like, I was already irritable. So when you're angry, you think about things that make you angry. When you're sad, you think about things that make you sad. When you're really excited, you think about things that make you really excited. Your emotions tend to have, like, a snowball effect. And I think that me being frustrated was at a base level because of the chemistry in my body, my digestive system not functioning well because it was clogged up with all this stuff it doesn't know what to do with. And then second on top of that was extra stress that wasn't the cause of the irritability, but that was kind of making it continue. It was adding to the pile, if you will. But if I didn't have what was I gonna say? If I didn't have the imbalance in my physiology, I probably would be frustrated with the flakes for a brief moment, maybe like 30 minutes, and then I would have gotten over it, most likely. So it's just really cool to see this have an effect on myself, and see how easily and how much that diet affects me. So I'm really excited for that change. I'm also really excited for this video tomorrow. I'm going to be filming. You're going to be seeing this, the one where it has the Thai sweet chili sauce with 2 Tinder icons out of 5. I actually might taste test this and see where this goes, because this is a different brand. I think I'm going to go back and see if they have. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back and see if they have one with 4 Tinder icons. And then it'll just be easier so that we all have it in line. But I'm fucking excited. Thanks. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Get the fuck on this channel. Passion Unchained. How to live a life that you love on your terms and not be irritable because you ate too much multigrain shit. If you look at my other videos, they're a lot higher quality because I use my mirrorless Canon full frame camera. Fucking love it. It's on the couch, I believe. I had it next to me for reasons. So, yeah. Also in the description below, I have a bunch of links to the camera and other things that I use and suggest and enjoy. And they're all affiliate links, and they help me focus on my channel more because the more money I make from the channel, the more I can spend time on it. So click on those and buy things if you like those products, or if you like me, or both. Cheers. Bye.